Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Stink King Sports. I'm your host, Nicholas Stink King, and we're back again this week. A little off schedule Tuesday. Just wanted to push it back a little bit to talk about the trade deadline. Was out last week, was on vacation with the family, but we're back and we're better, and let's get into some sports. So let's lead off today with the MLB trade deadline. The big blockbuster deal yesterday came between the Indians and the Padres, in which the Padres received ace pitcher Mike Clevinger from the Indians in exchange for 6 players. Those players being right-handed pitcher Cal Quantrill, left fielder Josh Naylor, catcher Austin Hedges, shortstop Gabriel Arias, left-handed pitcher Joey Cantillo, and shortstop Owen Miller. In my opinion, the Padres did in fact win this trade. I feel like Mike Clevinger is becoming the obvious ace of that rotation, and it gives the Padres deep playoff push potential. However, the Indians did get some upside in this trade as well. Cal Quantrill is 2-0 this year in 10 appearances with a 2.60 ERA. And Josh Naylor will, I think, immediately work his way into the Indians' rotation in the outfield. However, my big issue with the trade is that the Indians received 2 shortstops when they have Francisco Lindor, the best shortstop in the MLB. How much playing time are those 2 shortstops realistically going to see? And the Padres, a great move there. They have Fernando Tatis, arguably the second best shortstop in the league, and those 2 shortstops aren't going to get any playing time, so they shipped them away. So I feel like this is a win for the Padres easily, and I feel like Clevinger is going to really help the Padres make a deep playoff push potentially. Moving on, we have 2 of the more active teams yesterday, the Miami Marlins and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Miami Marlins, obviously the surprise team of the 2020 season, and the Blue Jays needing some help with the injury of Bo Bichette, his left knee sprain, keeping him out until expected mid-September. So, as a result, the Blue Jays did, in fact, receive Jonathan Villar, the utility player, mainly middle infielder, can play the outfield as well. They received him from the Miami Marlins for right fielder Griffin Conley. I feel like this win is obviously going to the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays needed the help with Bichette out. They did not give up much. Griffin Conley wasn't even their 60-man player rotation. And Jonathan Villar is an above-average player. Marlins did clear a bit of cap space losing him, which is always nice and giving them a chance to sign some free agents in the offseason. However, I think short-term, this win obviously goes to the Toronto Blue Jays, who are trying to make a playoff push in that 8th seed. Moving on, though, to the Marlins' big trade of the day, which is Starling Marte being shipped to the Marlins in exchange for pitchers Caleb Smith and Humberto Mejia. I feel like the Marlins win this trade. Big win for the Marlins. They needed outfield help. They got it in the form of Starling Marte, an above-average center fielder, who can play the field very fast, can hit. The Marlins outfielders have been struggling hitting. I feel like this addition really benefits them and the chance to make the playoffs this year and make a push in October. Big win there for the Marlins. Mejia is 23, has a lot of potential upside, and short-term, I do think the Marlins win this trade. And as a matter of fact, something I did not mention, Marte is a 2021 option for $12.5 million. That right there means he's not a rental player. They can re-sign him next year, keep him on the Marlins. That is a key point to this trade that not many people are talking about. I like this for the Marlins a lot. This really helps out their playoff potential. Moving on to a little bit more of a minor trade, the Rockies, more of another outfield trade. The Rockies did in fact get Kevin Pillar from the Red Sox. I feel like the Rockies won this trade. The Rockies outfield has been horrible. Garrett Hampson has just been unable to hit, and Durandal is injured. Kevin Pillar, his peak as in the field was 2015 2017, where he won a couple Gold Gloves. His hitting has always been kind of iffy. He's declined in the field, still above average. However, I feel like Pillar can be worse than Hampson, and I feel like his fielding upside is a lot better. So I feel like this win goes to the Rockies. But moving into more of a big trade, Ross Stripling was sent to the Blue Jays in return for Kendall Williams. And honestly, I feel like this win goes to the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers giving up Stripling, which means that they now have around 3 open spots in the rotation, but they have 4 above-average pitchers to fill those spots. Those pitchers being Julio Urias, Dustin May, Tony Gibson, or Alex Wood. In my opinion, I would go with Urias, May, and Wood. But they get to pick and choose, mix and match as to who they want to replace Stripling and fill those other two spots as well. As well, the Dodgers also received 20-year-old pitcher Kendall Williams and one player to be named later. And I feel like long term the Dodgers will win this trade. Williams has a lot of potential upside. He was a second round pick a couple years ago. The Dodgers, I don't feel like lose much losing Stripling. The Blue Jays do have now a much more of a solidified rotation with the addition of Stripling. However, I feel like long term and even short term the Dodgers win this trade. So I'm giving that win to the Dodgers. Moving on to our final trade, that not all of them, but another one of the final big one. The Oakland Athletics received Mike Minor for two players to be named later from the Rangers. And I feel like the A's, this is a tough trade to decide since we don't know the players quite yet. But I feel like right now the A's win this trade. Their team ERA for starting pitchers has been 4.86, though Minor has been absolutely horrendous this year, going 0-5 with a 5.60 ERA. He could possibly turn it around. The A's need starting rotation help. Minor has proven himself as an adequate starting pitcher, and I just feel like the A's win this trade short term. We're going to talk about a little NBA here and then wrap it all up, and a little NFL and then wrap it all up. Let's start with the NFL. The big news here, NFL running back Leonard Fournette was recently released by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Only apparent reason given by Doug Marrone was just on-field play. Fournette is now a free agent. If I were to name teams that should pick him up, I would say the Washington football team. After the release of Darius Geis, they could use another back to go alongside with Adrian Peterson and injury-prone Bryce Love. The Los Angeles Rams, after losing Todd Gurley, they could use a back, and Leonard Fournette could fit their play style. I also feel like the San Francisco 49ers could make a push for Fournette. I feel like those are my three teams that could really make a push for Fournette. I could also see the Seahawks getting in there. Multitude of teams, but those are my main 3 to 4 teams that I feel like will make the push for Fournette. As well, in college hoops, got some sad news yesterday. John Thompson passed away. May he rest in peace. Georgetown coaching legend. First African-American coach to win a NCAA championship. May he rest in peace. Let's move on to the NBA, where with the recent shooting of Jacob Blake, the NBA players have boycotted the Thursday's games and Friday's games. They had a meeting and they chose to continue the season. I'm honestly glad that they took the time to boycott the games. I feel like it was very powerful. I think something needed to be said once again, and this was a very powerful movement. Some people don't agree with the kneeling of the national anthem. So as a result, they just boycotted. I feel like that was, it's a lot more of a more well-rounded move for everybody, and I feel like I'm glad they also chose to continue the season. I feel like though it needed to be said, and I'm sure and they did a great job saying it with the boycott. I'm so glad they chose to reconvene, because then they can continue to make this social justice push, continue to be shown on TV, interviewed, and continue to make their mark known and make their point, put their point across about social injustice. And let's talk about some more NBA, particularly the games now. The Lakers beat the Blazers in 5. Dame Lillard came out with a knee injury. He also had a finger issue on his non-shooting hand. Blazers lost that series. So Lakers are moving on to the second round to face either the Houston Rockets or Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder and the Rockets going into a Game 7 tomorrow. I like the Rockets in that one. As I said, I thought the Rockets and Thunder would go into 7 games. I didn't feel like it would be in this order, but I like the Rockets in Game 7. I feel like Harden and Westbrook are going to be too much. As well, another Game 7 coming up. The Nuggets and the Jazz. The Jazz started up 3-1. The Nuggets have won 2 in a row to make it even, pushing to Game 7. Like the Nuggets tomorrow. I had them winning the series. I'm going to stick by my points. I love Jamal Murray. He's been playing amazing. Jokic, I feel like, needs to step up a little bit more. I feel like other players on the Nuggets need to step up furthermore. But all in all, I like the Nuggets tomorrow in a very close game, possibly even overtime. The Clippers beat the Mavericks in 6 with the lack of Porzingis on the Mavericks. Clippers going on to either face the Jazz or the Nuggets. The East, all the playoff series wrapped up. The Bucks beat the Magic in 5. The Heat swept the Pacers. The Raptors swept the Nets, and the Celtics swept the Sixers. I was 100% on my predictions there. Not on the game lengths, but all in all, on the winners, I was 100%. And yesterday, they did start. The second round started with the Heat beating the Bucks in Game 1, and the Celtics taking Game 1 against the Raptors 2 days ago. They play again today. As I said before, I like the Celtics in that series and the Bucks in the Heat series. All in all, NBA going to continue. MLB, big buzz with the trade deadline coming to a close of the 60-game season. Things are starting to get a little more interesting with the playoffs pictures. Hope you all have an amazing day. Thank you all for stopping in and spending some time discussing sports with me. If you liked the video, please consider liking and subscribing and ring that notification bell. And I'm out.